T'es vraiment un beau brevet, je cinéma hantetke. Und ganhando que kukla nam breme esto, stelo la hamalana, lelo lendile enkren in stelest karatak.
Welcome everybody to another episode of what Jan likes to call the Wholesome Podcast, even though that's not even our official name.
I wasn't going to say it that time.
I know, but I did it for you. You're welcome. I'm Matt. That's Jan. And back with us again after a while is my cousin, Frank.
Straight out of the ICU. Hey. Still alive and kicking.
Yes.
Again.
First had an issue with his liver, and then shortly after got hit by a car. I guess not technically on your motorcycle, but
yeah, that's bizarre. See, when I heard about it, I was like, "Oh, well, yeah, motorcycle accident is typical." And then he was like, "Oh, he wasn't even on the bike."
Yeah, my dad was so pissed. You know, the girlfriend told me that that he had to wait about at least an hour to relax because his initial thoughts were I wrecked the bike. But he had calmed down a bunch.
He was more concerned about the bike than his son. What?
No, he wasn't concerned about the bike. He was angry that I crashed out of stupidity, basically, or something.
Oh.
But when he heard that I wasn't even riding when I got hit, that he knew that it wasn't my fault, and then he relaxed. But initially, he thought I was just doing some hoonery crap that got me
like lane splitting and all that.
Yeah, and I was like, nope, I was just walking the empty ass bike out of gas. Jeez. And lady texting hit me.
Oh, so it's I didn't hear about the texting part. So they confirmed that she was on her phone?
Yeah, it's on the police report, which really, really boggled my mind as to why at the end of the police report, the officer put me in violation of being a pedestrian in the road. It's like, you can't push the motorcycle on the sidewalk because that's a motor vehicle. So where else am I supposed to push it? I wasn't in a driving lane. I was in the parked car lane. So like you can't really put John me on that unless that's what he meant by his drawing. Then it's all wrong.
Well,
because I was still.
Well, push comes to shove. If it goes that direction, you can always call police brutality on minorities. You know.
Lol, but pretty much he did it because I can't even say because I'm brown.
No, you're ginger, bro.
Mexican.
Are you really?
Oops.
Have you not seen him?
I mean, he's light skinned. I don't really see the ginger part.
He keeps calling me a ginger. There is red in my hair. It was a lot more obvious when I was a little kid.
True.
Like, but if you ever see my hair in the sun, you're gonna see a lot of highlights of natural red. And on my license, I didn't put down brown. I put down amber because because red was also I think red was also an option.
Sounds like a stripper with dad problems, you know, amber.
Hey.
Well, I guess my hair color is a stripper with dad problems.
I don't mind as long as you got bleached blonde hair. Yeah, that's my favorite type of amber.
Both of you guys, man, you guys have both been in recent like motorcycle accidents.
Yeah, well, after he got hit, it was like 2 weeks after.
Me first.
Yeah, it was him first, and then after I went and saw him and everything, I'm like, man, I'm really freaking jealous. And so
you wish it upon yourself at that point.
Yeah, I was like, bro, I need to get myself in a motorcycle accident and specifically break my left leg in half. And I made my dream come true.
The burger with the Matt visiting me was what made it happen. The catalyst was the burgers. You guys.
Oh yeah, that was the last time. I forgot. Yeah.
So what? I'm next.
Yeah.
Except I get hit by a motorcycle.
It flies straight through your freaking front windshield and just freaking breaks your
no,
roof.
Not my new car. Oh man.
Has Frank seen your new car?
No, he has not seen my new
car.
car.
No, I don't think so. What do you have? What do you have?
Oh, my car. Oh, it's
yes, idiot.
It's a BMW.
Oh, nice. What model?
430 2017, and I'm already working on the modifications and all that. And I just got the windows tinted, so
Nice.
the look is coming together.
Cool. I'm jealous. I wish I
Uh,
could be them too.
I'm not. You shouldn't be. The freaking monthly is making me regret my decisions.
Yeah, that's why I'm still stuck with my 250 because I can't afford anything.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, I was gonna say before that, I'm pretty sure on the inside, Matt, a little bit when you're thinking about motorcycle accidents, you're just like, hopefully I get hit and get a huge lawsuit out of it.
No, bro. Honestly, I always thought about motorcycle accidents because obviously I don't want to be involved in one. But as soon as I hit the floor after that stupid lady did what she did, I was like, bro, money. And then, just my luck, freaking a few weeks later, I learned, oh, no insurance.
Just
So,
a slow motion shot of money.
Do I as
yeah, I had two attorneys on it. I had the attorney that your dad referred me to, and then there was another one that I had called literally like the day after I woke
Was
up.
it a Sweet James?
No, I forgot what they're called, but anyways, so the guy that your dad referred to me, he was the one who told me she doesn't have insurance and all that, and then I haven't heard from him since, and that was like a while ago. The other company, they said the same thing, but they've been calling me back with updates saying that they're still trying to figure out whether or not there's still more, could be other insurance on it or whatever. So it sounds like maybe that guy gave up, but this other company hasn't. I don't know for sure because I haven't heard from the other guy.
Right.
So it might not be over. Who knows? But
well, the other option is they most likely just have insurance. You're probably gonna have to liquidize her assets just to pay back.
Well, see that's the thing because I was talking to Frank about that, and it makes me wonder because like if she actually doesn't have insurance, and considering the city where it happened, which is a bunch of Hispanic.
Okay. What was?
Think that she's gonna have many assets? You know what I mean?
What was it?
Like,
Was she?
I don't know.
Was she like a minority? Was she like rich? Was she? Like, what was her situation?
Nigga,
like?
you and I live in the freaking valley. Everybody's a minority down here.
Well, yeah, there's parts of the valley that are nice. So I'm trying to assume that.
Yeah, for sure. It's hard to say because I was on the ground in a tremendous amount of pain, but I know for a fact that she wasn't white, she wasn't black, and she wasn't Armenian.
So that just
and definitely not
Hispanic.
More than likely Hispanic. Yeah.
Yeah, you get you get hit by like the shittiest people. I noticed that.
I do, man. The only time it ever worked out for me was that one time when I was doing Uber, and that stupid broad turned into me when I was going through the intersection, and she had AAA. She was Armenian, and AAA was paying everything. It was fantastic, but then I still ended up getting screwed over because near the end of everything, when I was got my car fixed and all that. The AAA sent me another check, and I'm like, okay, cool. So immediately I went out and deposited that into my account, and was paying off bills and stuff that I had fallen behind on because of the lack of work and all that kind of jazz. And what was it, about like 3 days? Because that was on a Saturday. I received the check on a Saturday, and around like Tuesday or Wednesday, AAA called me and said, hey, we sent you out a check by mistake, so when you get it, please just rip it up and blah blah blah. And I'm like, you're talking about this check? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I already got that and I already deposited it and used most of it. I don't understand if it was a mistake, whatever. Anyways, long story short, they ended up whatever, I forget what the term is, but they canceled the check, and then freaking the bank obviously reversed that money, and so then I ended up going like negative almost $2,000.
Jesus,
like, what the hell? So I was like talking to my bank about it, like, yo, why is this my fault? They sent it out to me by mistake. I already received it prior to them telling me that it was by mistake. And then I called, I even told AAA that, but they were like, no, that's impossible. You couldn't have gotten the check that soon. I'm like, well, I did, So Yeah, so even the one time that it did work out in my favor, I still ended up getting
Get
screwed.
screwed over. What the hell,
Seriously, bro, it's just
AAA?
one. I don't know, bad luck, bro.
Oh yeah, you never. I believe we talked about it like when it first happened. Did you have to pay that back? What happened?
Yeah,
Oh fuck! Wow.
I tried everything I could. Because I even, I sent it to AAA. I sent them screenshots of my bank statements and my all my transactions and everything to show them I did indeed receive that check on the previous Saturday before they called me. I showed them all of that, and they just wouldn't have it. And then my bank, the people I was talking to were like, "Yeah, that sucks and stuff, but we can't really do anything about it. If they cancel the check, they cancel the check." Tried paying off some of it, but then that's when that second accident happened where that freaking black guy ran a red light, and it was just I fell behind on a bunch of stuff, and the bank I still have my checking account there. Not my checking. I still have my savings account there, but my checking account I don't have access to right now until I get it paid off.
Well, screw that. Just let it die.
Basically, yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe at some point, if I have enough money to wipe my butt with, I'll go off and pay it back or whatever. But for now, it's I can't wrap my head around why I have to pay that back when AAA was the one who made the mistake. But
Right.
whatever.
It is what it is. Anyways, well, Frank's been quiet.
It is what it is. Yay.
You got way too
You
high,
alive there,
knocked
buddy?
out.
No, I'm here still.
Have you been working though?
No,
What do you got? What do you got?
What's up?
No, I've been off
Are you
work.
working? There you go.
No, yeah, I've been I've been off work. I tried getting extension because then the work note I had was extended me till the 8th so that I can get evaluated with the first doctor from the first spine specialist. And then when she
Technical
said
difficulties.
no, yeah, when she said no, I had waited until today, and this guy said no, so I still have no work note. So I'm not working, but I'm not getting my disability pay. So, I mean, myself or my
Well,
employers know that I need a little more time.
is
But until I get
is your company still active? Because I know they're like a parking like structure, right? Or it's
so our company is in facility services, parking being one of them.
Oh,
And
okay,
that's the
okay.
branch. That's the part that I work. A lot of parking facilities have shut down and people have been furloughed. My location is an essential employee location.
Wow, really?
So what they did to replace me was they were able to find two girls to cover my shift. Basically, they kind of did this swap the shifts around to accommodate because these are basically just warm bodies. So they can't do anything if somebody rams a gate or anything like that or anything technical.
Yeah, I would assume it's like everything is
Yeah,
like kind of shut down. Like people still going there down there, I guess.
because we have a Target, and the Target is considered an
Oh,
essential business. Also, everything else is still open with the restrictions, of course, in line. So, like Best Buy is not allowing people to browse the floor, but you can pick up your online orders.
what? When did they
Um,
start doing that?
that's just how they do it at our Best Buy,
Oh,
and they've been doing
okay.
it for a long time.
Yeah, because I was gonna.
Yeah, our shopping center is a very popular and active one.
Okay,
Um,
because I was gonna say, didn't we just go to a Best Buy recently, like you and me,
yeah,
or Matt?
yeah. I don't know.
Yes, we did. It was the one over in
In
Northridge.
Northridge, yeah, that one. They let us
Yeah,
browse. So I'm like, what?
the Best Buy in West Hollywood doesn't at least.
Oh yeah,
Well, 'cause-
that makes sense because they don't want to spread HIV around.
yeah, they got COVID and AIDS to worry about over there.
I know, right?
Yeah, but yeah, I know. So I was essential. I mean, when I recovered basically from my illness earlier in the year, I went back to work and I was working for like 4 or 5 months, and then I got hit, and then now I've been off work since September 17th.
Yeah, it's good that you haven't been furloughed yet.
No, well, yeah, our location's not going to be furloughed because it's one of the few exceptions.
Oh, yeah.
So my job security is secure as of right now. Whenever I'm good again, my position should still be there and whatnot.
Yeah,
It's been a little nerve-wracking because typically I have a work note to provide, and I don't have one yet because I need to take extensive matters in order to get one through my attorney now. But that's because the doctors at Kaiser aren't going to be reasonable about my back issue and treat it like it's something minute when, like, I really can't do my job like this.
Well, it's interesting because it's like, yeah, you can't do that, but we don't mind just stuffing you all in one huge ass warehouse, like Costco or Target, and buy shit and not, have the whole COVID protocol and maintain social distancing. That's okay, but you can't see your friends.
Yeah.
I don't know, just everything just seems backwards to me. And it's interesting because I guess I can kind of see it, especially working today. I mean, we are running out of ER rooms. I get that. The majority of them are older patients, that's for sure.
Speaking of backwards,
What's up?
do you know there are people out there who think that Churchill was a racist?
Winston Churchill?
Yep.
Where did this come from? Where did you hear this?
Well,
Was he?
there's I've heard talks about it here and there on
We will
different
fight
news,
them in the shade. We will fight them on the land, and then we'll fight them over fish and chips.
Send you here's a picture. That
Wait,
people,
what?
yeah.
Is this a BLM protest in the UK?
Probably.
Oh.
It looks about that time.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Well,
you can add that to the video if you want, but
why
yeah,
is
it's kind of ridiculous.
well, that cloud looks like Hitler?
Yeah, it's crazy. I just think that's freaking bizarre.
Wait, first of all, explain this to me because this is brand new information for me.
No, well, it's like people claiming that Thomas Jefferson was a racist, or that freaking any of the classic American idols or American icons. Everyone's just trying to call them racist for stupid crap.
To be fair, Thomas Jefferson did like the Bush buggies. You know what I mean?
Stupid.
There's been records. Of course he did. So he can't.
That doesn't mean you're racist.
It doesn't mean he's racist. That just means he can't get he can't get anything. You know what I mean? I'm a founding father, but he can't find pussy. It's unfortunate.
Stupid.
Anyways, this is.
Yeah,
wait, first of all, why is there a BLM protest in the UK?
There's BLM protests in freaking Japan, bro.
What? Please tell me.
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that. What? Why?
Yeah. So there's this one guy.
The Kokujin.
I had to.
Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, so basically it's online, you can find it, but also I heard a lot of it from Dikey, shout out again.
What a dyke.
And it's the thing is that obviously, especially with Japan, it's not quite the same because Japan is such a caring and
here's I go again, white knighting for Japan again.
Yeah.
Fucking sick.
And basically, when they hear something, like the majority of people, especially here in America,
it's just fucking peer pressure. I get it.
Yeah, well, it's peer pressure because you don't want to be labeled as something bad. So you hear this Black Lives Matter movement and you think, oh yeah, I'm not a racist, so I'll support this thing.
Are you kidding me? Asia's the most racist place you can go to. Jesus.
Right. At least in SJW standards.
Yeah. You ever see that? You ever see that Chinese commercial where like this Chinese lady sticks this black guy in like the washer?
Well, there's that one. There's also another one. That black guy who is like gives the kid a balloon or something.
ฟันสมุนไพรดอกบัวคู่
It starts with a B. It's like a baseball, like a Jackie Robinson, people.
I really like baseball.
Japanese do like baseball.
And there's a lot of blacks in baseball. And BLM starts with B for
go.
baseball. You take a bat and you hit a person that looks like Jackie Robinson with a baseball. They gotta love it.
That's for baseball league majors.
Oh god. Can you imagine that was like the big like confusion over there? This is not a baseball?
They think George Floyd is the
Freud.
athlete.
And that cop got him from getting to third base or making it to home. Using the back of his neck as a plate.
Did you guys know
What?
that
We're all going to hell.
just the shit I'm saying, God.
Did you know that between the years of 1960 and 2013, the total aid given to Africa comes up to over $5 trillion?
Funny how you said aid.
Right? But no, freaking $5 trillion. And would you ever guess that by looking at that country?
I mean, it's probably getting like laundered and like just stockpiled by all these freaking corrupt political leaders, probably. Gotta be.
Or they just don't know what to do with it.
Oh yeah. They probably just eat it because they think it's like food or something.
This is the lettuce.
Wow, this good. Anyways, yeah. Funny thing is when like if there's BLM protests going on in the UK, I'm like, aren't cops by law not supposed to be carrying like firearms over there? Like, don't they have strict gun laws?
They do have strict gun laws, but there is no law that restricts law enforcement from carrying it. The only issue is that not every law enforcement officer gets to carry one.
That's what that was. Yeah.
It's kind of like parking enforcement. I mean, they're like technically they're police officers, but they can't. They're not going to carry a gun.
You stop it right there, or else I'm going to have a fit. Man.
You wanna hear a beautiful little quote from the beloved H.P. Lovecraft?
Okay. Guy who go ahead, sorry.
No, that's right. So he says, so it's titled "On the Creation of Niggers."
What?
When long ago the gods created earth, in Jove's fair image man was shaped at birth. The beasts for lesser parts were next designed, yet they were too remote from humankind. To fill this gap and join the rest to man, the Olympian host conceived a clever plan. A beast they wrought in semi-human figure, filled it with vice, and called the thing a nigger.
Wow. I
It's
mean,
beautiful.
Obviously that guy's a racist.
Yeah, 1912.
Oh, makes a lot of sense to me. You know what occurred to me? Okay, so I remember I sent you that video about the pyramids thing. And we can get into the other stuff into that, but it popped in my head because there was a point where they were showing in order for these 10, 20 ton like cinder blocks to be pushed from the quarry where it's coming from, which is, mind you, across like the Nile River, how many miles away? You would need 12,000 able bodies. And the funny thing is, when they were portraying that as, like a video simulation, obviously we was kings, am I right?
Of course.
They were showing that, and in my head it popped up, I'm like, we can take this BLM thing all the way, like go all the way back to Egypt, go all the way back to Israel, and just burn it all down. It would make more sense, right? Because they've been pretty much oppressed their entire history.
Well,
if you want to go back,
they don't believe that. They believe they were the pharaohs.
Oh,
even though we have hieroglyphs that prove otherwise.
Yeah, dick cleaners apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy,
Frank, have you seen that?
Seen what?
The hieroglyph of what black people used to do back in the ancient Egyptian times.
No, well, what'd they do? What did it look like?
I will. I'll give you a picture, but until then, Jan can elaborate.
Oh yeah, I mean, they were very fond of the phallus, apparently.
Oh no, I think I have. I don't know.
Yeah.
Tell me anyways.
There's that We Was Kings movement. But anyways, to go back to it, it's like you really want to like fight oppression. Let's just go back to the root. You know what I mean? Let's burn down Babylonia, modern day Iran. Actually, I'm curious now. By any chance, would you know where the first African slave trade or labor first started?
The very
In
first.
Africa?
Yeah.
No.
Like
I know
what was
that
the first civilization to do it?
don't know. That I don't
Probably,
know.
I'd probably say the British or the Spanish. They love
No,
conquering
it
shit.
Well, there's
can't
that,
be
but also-
way
but
further
there-
back than that.
Well, here's the thing: we do know that back in like ancient Hebrew times and stuff, that there were blacks being used as slaves even back then. It just wasn't. It just wasn't specifically blacks. There were also other people being sold as slaves as well. But again, as far as like who started that, I don't personally know, and I don't know if anybody does.
Yeah, that's something not often talked about. Actually.
Did you get the picture, Frank?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. And it's funny because this came out around the same time that people were saying like we was kings and stuff. I'm like, what?
Mhm.
You weren't kings. You was pee-pee
Well,
washers.
first of all, some monarchy, you guys got taken over pretty quickly.
Yeah, and also it doesn't help that when they were a British colony or whatever, their way of living was increasing rapidly, and their standard of life was increasing. And then they wanted their independence and their freedom. So eventually Britain was like, all right, here you go. And ever since then, it's gone right back to garbage.
Wow, this turned for the worse.
It happened. To be fair and completely, unbiased, it's not just them. It's a lot of other third world countries too. There are certain countries that were a part of the SSR, where their standard of living again skyrocketed. But then after the demise of the SSR and they regained their independence, they've become very, very poor countries again. So it's not necessarily only Africa, but it is funnier to talk about it.
It's the one that's always showing the media spotlight because they're the loudest out of all those groups for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Wow, this is turning incredibly racist.
Ever so slightly.
There's like not even like a chill or not even an attempt at a minor filter.
No. It will be chill. It will be chill because we'll have some nice chill music in the background as we're talking about it. So
man.
it'll be chill.
Oh, you brought
racism,
dude. You brought us back to BLM again. You posted that picture that started this freaking wormhole.
No, you did it.
Me?
You did it. Yes, with your
that was off.
Jew.
That was off the record. All right, now we're going to Jews. now?
Yeah. That put me in the mood.
That was off the record, man.
Yes.
It's hand sanitize. Anyways,
so Jan,
What's up?
let's see if we can veer this.
Yeah, let's steer away from this. How about that? Frank, take us somewhere wholesome, please.
Yeah, okay. I'll put in Frank's hands.
Damn.
Damn. Oh yeah.
That's all you got.
Start hanging out with my club again because I can kind of walk a little better now, so that's kind of cool.
No, we don't ask you for life updates. Let's bring up some topics that interest you or something.
I sound like a real narcissist, sir.
Well, I don't know what to talk about. I don't keep up with time and stuff. I hear Cyberpunk has weird genitals. What about that, eh?
Oh yeah. The funny thing is,
let's talk about Cyberpunk.
I actually tried to minimize the amount of hours to work this week because I was excited for that release. I can spend some time playing a game. And then when the reviews came out and I heard about all the bugs, I'm like, yeah, just put me back on the schedule.
Lamau.
Oh my word.
Yeah, and I don't know if you've heard of this, but apparently the patch that's supposed to fix all the bugs won't be coming until next year, because after the release, they pretty because you know how many times they delayed the actual game. The staff had to put in overtime, probably work more than like 72 hours a week just to get a product out that wasn't even finished. And now that the product is out and they've made profit off of the sales they've had, now they're like, okay, let's go on vacation. We won't fix anything till next year. Bye.
Yeah.
Essentially, that's what's pretty much going on right now with that game.
Yeah. Yeah, they're screwing themselves
Yeah,
over.
I mean,
But
8 years of development. Isn't that insane?
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. Like
To be fair, I think part of the reason though for it is that within just this past year alone, there have been huge technological advances. You got the new NVIDIA graphics cards coming out, and then AMD coming out with theirs. So there's all of a sudden this huge rise in what you can do. So what I feel probably happened, they had virtually a finished product. But then when all of this new stuff started coming out, they're like, well, crap, we can't put something that, under par. We have to have something that's going to blow people away. So they probably overdid it, because that's the whole thing. The people who are having the most issues are the people playing the game on like a PS4 or stuff like that. PC gamers are still having issues, but again, a lot of it, yes, you do have bugs that happen.
That has nothing to do with the actual hardware itself. It's just a bad port on their end, meaning it's not optimized. It doesn't come down to hardware there.
No, but that's what I'm saying, is that I feel like they probably overdid it because of the new tech that came out. They didn't want to be looked at as, oh, well, you came out with a cool game, but it doesn't actually fit the standards of what can be done now.
Yeah, but have you seen the footage though? Like pixelated NPCs like everywhere. So it definitely underperformed. Right, that's for sure.
Well, no, again, but that's not the game's fault. That's the freaking, because again, you have bugs. Okay, the bugs are ones where you have like freaking people being morphed in and out of a car, or weapons being all wonky or whatever. But when it comes to the actual graphics, that's all based off of hardware. And so again, people who are playing it on a PS4, that hardware that's 2013 hardware trying to run a 2020 game. And again, considering that the developers wanted it to be as over the top as possible, they more than likely implemented everything that they could. And so when you're trying to run that type of a game on a 7-year-old console, you're inevitably going to have those issues. But when I'm watching people play it on an actual legitimate gaming PC, one that's up to date, it runs fine. You still get the bugs, like people's bodies being all weird, but the actual graphics don't have a problem.
I don't know, man. Ghost of Tsushima came out, and that ran pretty well on older consoles.
Oh, it did, absolutely.
So I'm just, it's just a bad port, honestly. That's what that is, ultimately. Bad port, again. Thank you. Whatever. I'm a little bit disappointed in that, but it's just a fucking game. I don't put all my eggs in one game. If anything, I have more fun with indie-based games.
Well, you didn't even buy the game.
Which one?
You freaking Cyberpunk? You didn't buy that.
No, I didn't. I'm just saying I'm having more fun with just regular old indie games. Or like independent. Oh, for sure.
But I think that's going to be the case for people like you and I in general. I've noticed that you and I both don't tend to care too much for AAA games, because AAA games over the past they become extraordinarily corporatized, commercialized. And so because of that, they follow the Hollywood formula, and that just gets boring after.
Look what happened.
Like, look at
another Call of Duty game. God.
Yeah, exactly. And I was gonna refer to something that's not even a video game, but it still falls into the same category. You take something as beloved and groundbreaking as Star Wars, and then
you touch Star Wars,
and then you bring it into this new generation. Super clean special effects, everything super shiny and brand new, and it looks great, but the story's garbage. The entire journey is lost, and that's how I feel about a lot of these AAA games. They provide you with great visuals, but when it comes to the actual gameplay and or the actual story itself, it's lacking. you know, which is why when playing indie games, you usually don't have those problems, you know. And then on top of that, it doesn't help that with you know, a lot of developers these days, they're adding in these freaking in-game, you know, purchases and stuff that just completely kills the gaming experience.
Yeah.
Where a lot of these indie developers, like Mordau and whatnot, they don't have any of that, you know.
Well,
So,
you know, there's only 2 true gamers in here.
oh well, no, you're talking about Frank,
Well, not Frank. He's a mobile player, so he doesn't count.
right? That's what I'm saying.
I've been gaming on PC for longer than penis.
Yeah,
No,
to be fair, Frank has been a PC Master Race guy for a long,
Yeah,
long
I
time.
know.
It
I'm
so
just
happens
being
that-
an asshole.
no, but in all fairness, though, that one game that I'm playing is surprisingly good. And
The hell are you
casual
playing
at the same
anyway?
time.
Yeah, let's hear about this.
It better not be
It-
Raid
it-
Shadow
it's-
Legends.
And it's straight.
Is it?
No.
Oh,
Of course not.
my
I don't
God.
AFK Arena.
No, it's oh god, not
Clash of
that. No,
Clans.
it's just silly. It's this game called Tactical, and at first glance, it looks stupidly silly. But the game actually can get quite tactical, and you can play it, you know, being smart.
You describe things to me that I can't visualize.
It's an over the top shooter. 2 teams. They have like 3 game modes, several maps that you unlock as you keep ranking up, and the weapons auto fire within a certain range. Each the different guns have different accuracy. There's different tiers that you work your way up. Tier 1 shotgun to tier 2, tier 3, whatever the marks for the gun weapons. You can mod them, you know, depending on how your play style is. There's different operators that have different
So
abilities,
it's like
different health.
it sounds like a mini Rainbow Six Siege.
Kinda, just not just you can't shoot through walls and stuff. But
I know you've been hooked on that game.
but yeah, no, I really have been like I thought if I had put a lot of hours on Call of Duty, I've been putting more hours on this game.
Okay.
And it's like casual too, because like if let's say the game shuts down or something, or you got to just leave. If you get out the game, a bot takes over your player. And
I mean, but that's always been a thing, though.
Oh, I didn't know about that. But
Yeah. At least Valve games.
I thought at least in Call of Duty, the mobile game, you would like just stand still and then eventually it would kick you like it normally would.
I am so done with Call of Duty, man. It's just, what the hell are you posting, man?
Nothing.
Like we're trying to. Oh, forget it. It's like.
Anyways, the game's cool and all. I'm not gonna say you guys should hop on and play it, but
Oh no, I'm not.
I can play the game anywhere. Yeah, okay. but trust
I'm
me,
not going to.
Once I get a functioning PC, I'll be joining y'all on whatever crap you're playing.
We've only been hooked on 2 games. Like, if anything, we've actually taken a break off Remnant, which I'm kind of.
We did. It was very, very sudden. Very sudden.
And you know what?
Yeah.
It's not the fact that like we're bored of the game. I just remember being where we left off on Remnant was very frustrating, and I kind of don't want to go back to that for the time being.
Exactly. Plus, I think too, like for a while, you were, you know, the only, as far as I'm aware, at least, you would always play Mordau by yourself.
Yeah, I
Am I
would.
correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's always a little bit more fun when you've got somebody that you know that you're playing with. But besides, it's always kind of nice to take a little bit of a break. The thing that I always find funny is, you know, how some people would jump on Discord as we were playing Remnant, and they'd be like, "What? You're still playing that game?" And I think that's something interesting. I was thinking about it a little bit. I'm like, why is that such a common question or a concern? And it occurred to me that video games these days, especially in the spotlight, are no longer games to be completed because there's nothing to complete. It's just online multiplayer.
Oh yeah,
you know,
that wasn't in the era that I grew up in.
Yeah, exactly. And so like for me and you, it's like, well, wait, why would we stop playing? We haven't beat the
we
game.
haven't beaten it.
Duh.
It must be completed.
Yeah, you know. And again, it's such a weird thing to see the gaming industry turn into that. Again, obviously,
Well,
it's not everybody.
I mean,
But
dude, we sound like
it
total
definitely-
boomers right now, man. Back in my day, we had to
Nah,
complete our games.
Boomer nerds, if anything. you know?
Back in my day, we didn't go to multiplayer first. I wouldn't touch the multiplayer until I beat the campaign on Legendary, which is the case for Halo for me.
Back in my day, we only played with a maximum of 4 people.
Back in my day, we had to share the screen on a small CCTV.
And it was and screen hopping was all based on a honor system.
Oh yeah, I remember those days. Oh shit.
No screen hopping, you know. That kind of crap.
Playing GoldenEye, at least the revamped GoldenEye that came on the PS2.
You played that one?
Yeah, that one's pretty dope.
Is it really?
Never played it, really?
No, I played the N64 one and I loved it so much that I never played anything else.
I played the source mod. It's nothing like the original, but it's at least reminiscent of it.
Yeah, I've seen gameplay of the source mod.
Yeah, the source mod was a lot of fun. Like I said, it plays just like any other source game.
God, dude, we're all the 3 of us are fucking old. We're reminiscing about GoldenEye. Jesus.
In my day, women's breastises weren't round and plump; they were pyramid shaped.
Oh yeah, Lara Croft.
Shout
That's
out
right.
to Lara Croft.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, but like it's like you don't rush a product out. Back in the day, that it's not completed. Even then, it's like there's so much emphasis on the multiplayer because that's where the money is. Like, get them hooked on the multiplayer and have season passes, and you got them for life.
Exactly. Right now, the what seems to be the pushing goal is how much money can we make off of this versus how much of an impact can we make. So for something like going back to GoldenEye, there for as long as the gaming industry has had large companies controlling stuff, there's always been a push, there's always been a deadline, there's always been pressure on the developers, but they always found a way to make it work, and so for GoldenEye, apparently the multiplayer wasn't even supposed to be a part of it, but it was the developers who were like, you know what, they set a few guys aside to work on the multiplayer, and that was their project. And they didn't even tell, I think it was Nintendo or Rare, one of the two. They didn't even tell them that they were working on it. Because I think in the beginning, when they were first talking about the game, they had brought up the idea of multiplayer, and the company said no. But they decided to work on it anyways. And they finished that thing up, and then they showed the people in charge, like, hey, this is the working product, and like, oh sweet. And that's the campaign mode definitely was pretty awesome on GoldenEye, but the thing that made it such a staple was the multiplayer, and there's plenty of other games with stories like that where they were like, yo, we're not going to tell, we're not going to ask the company for permission. We're just going to do it because we know what other gamers want, and they just did it. And then the companies would allow it.
All right, here's a question. Here's a question for you guys here. Favorite childhood game?
That's tough.
I'll let Frank start.
If there's one game that you remember from your childhood, I think that's one that should stand out. I think he's too high for this.
I'd probably have...
Sorry.
No. Okay. I'd probably have to say Banjo-Kazooie, even though I never fucking finished the game. Even though I never finished the game. Yeah. Oddly enough, it's very memorable, even though I never finished the game.
Yeah.
I don't even remember how far I got into the game. And I even played the second one, I think. I don't know. There's one where he turns into a van.
Banjo. Yeah, no, I remember that one.
Yeah, that's the second one or the third one. There's like 3 of them or 4, I think. Crazy.
Yeah. Watch them make a remake to make money off that.
I take it back. I mean, that is one of them. but the one that I have the fondest memories of all time is Mario Party. Any of them, any of the Mario Parties on the N64.
I think like Mario Party like 60 now.
Yeah. Yeah, they have so many of those. And then also
I guess
the
it's
original
a
Melee.
top 3 now.
Yeah.
Well, to be
And-
fair,
and
it was going to be like that for me too, because I honestly, it's really difficult for me to choose because
Yep.
GoldenEye is definitely one of those games for me. Banjo Kazooie for sure. You know, freaking the soundtrack on that thing. I still, on occasion, will pull up the soundtrack and listen to it. But also Perfect Dark.
Mhm.
What else? Jet Force Gemini. I know
remember
that
that
one's not
one.
quite as well known, but that was such a
Was-
great game. The atmosphere,
Was that the is that the
the
skate?
gameplay.
Is that the skate one?
Which what? Jet Force Gemini?
Yeah.
No, that you're thinking
No,
of
no, no.
Jet Set Radio.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, Jet Set Radio.
Jet Force
feature.
Gemini.
Okay, yeah.
Jet Force Gemini. You had 3 main characters. One was like this boy. The other one was a girl, and then the other one was a dog. And
Did the boy look kind of like a knockoff Mega Man?
kind of, sort of, yeah. Especially once you upgraded the
Yeah.
armor.
Ah.
And
Yeah.
you were basically fighting and killing giant insects. And
I
you would
have
go-
that game. I bought it when I found the Nintendo at Goodwill for like $20.
Nice. Yeah. So that one definitely, and the boss battles in that one is really one of the main reasons why it's so memorable to me, because the boss battles in that were freaking crazy. And again, the soundtrack. A lot of the favorite games that from my childhood, at least, because I grew up with Nintendo products versus PlayStation at the time. A lot of the games that were so memorable for me do seem to be made by Rare. And this was before Microsoft bought out Rare, because after that, they just made garbage games. It's sad. There, what's his face? JonTron has a really good little thing on Banjo, what should have been Banjo 3E, because there's Banjo Kazooie. The second one was called Banjo 2E, and then there was supposed to be a Banjo 3E, but that ended up becoming Banjo Nuts and Bolts, and it was a sad. I don't even want to call it a product. It was just garbage. But anyways, yeah. So a lot of my favorite games did tend to be made by Rare.
Right.
There were other games that I obviously
Platformers.
love too, like some of them were platformers. Yeah. Obviously, Perfect Dark and Jet Force Gemini and GoldenEye aren't platformers, but I also really like the old school Rainbow Sixes. Those were vastly different compared to the ones nowadays.
Yeah.
But those
yeah.
were pretty cool.
I agree.
And then obviously, arcade games. I loved Capcom versus Marvel, Street Fighter. I didn't have an opportunity to go to too many actual arcades, but especially all the beaners and stuff with their laundry mats or whatever, they would usually have, Tekken or something like that, and I would go just to play those.
Hey man, it's bite there, homie.
No, fool, this thing doesn't even take pesos, man. What the hell, homie?
Don't even think Chuck E. Cheese going shit.
But yeah, so those, that again, it's hard for me to put my finger on just one, but in general,
Okay, I guess that's
legit.
fair. Even though I asked
What
for
about-
3.
Yeah, I know. What about you, man?
Me?
Well, who else is left?
Well, I didn't think about it. Hold on.
Like, we could ask freaking FBI Chan,
FBI Chen. Oh yeah, I like those dating sim games.
I really like Rumble Roses.
Oh my god, Rumble Rose. I forgot about
I
that.
know.
Either.
I know you would remember though.
Yeah, I remember that one. No, for me, StarCraft. I grew up with StarCraft.
Starcraft. Okay.
The original StarCraft.
Yeah.
The original StarCraft. Shinobi was one.
Ooh, yeah.
Shinobi was a big one for me. And Tekken. Those were my top 3.
You know which one I completely forgot about?
Which one?
Freaking Star Fox, dude. How could I forget about Star Fox?
No.
That game was epic, bro. I don't know if you ever beat it, but Starfuck 64.
Starfuck.
Is that what it
I haven't seen that one yet.
But yeah, no, that game was freaking epic. And Rogue Squadron. Rogue Squadron was.
Oh yeah, did they remake that to a VR recently? A VR
not a
experience.
VR.
Yeah, they did, and it's also I think a standalone without it.
Yeah, it
but
is
it's
a
better
standalone.
supposedly with it.
Okay, you know what? I gotta
Um,
address this. What the fuck are you posting, man?
Nothing.
Okay, let's see. I got Asians don't call it Chinese virus or kung flu. No, why the? I cannot show this.
Yeah, you can.
Holy
What are
crap!
we gonna do? What's gonna happen? We're gonna get demonetized.
What the hell is wrong with these people?
They're
Why?
Chinese, bro.
Why
That's China for you, man.
is this a competition?
I honestly don't know, but I've seen Chinese people do this a lot.
Oh boy, I don't
What
even.
the hell are you
One-
guys looking at?
There's this one dude who's like sitting with like I guess his friend, and he has a live pigeon, and just bites off the head and eats it.
Yeah, you show me that.
Oh,
And then
Yeah.
these Indian people are throwing mud at each other.
That is not mud, dude.
Oh,
Think India.
that's cow dung. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen this one already. I think you showed me that before.
probably.
And this one is they're eating baby rats. Am I correct? And they're alive.
Yeah, they're either baby rats or something. But again, China.
Okay. All right. I
Yeah.
am definitely feeling a little bit queasy.
I'm not posting this for content. I'm just posting this because
Oh, no.
I'm scrolling through a 4chan at the same time
Oh,
as
you
this
just wanna-
conversation.
I mean, 4chan is always a good place to start a conversation, I guess.
It's a wonderful little place. Here's one more for fun. I think you'll like this one.
What's this one? Okay. What the hell is that? What is he cooking in there? Is that a dog? Is he trying to cook that
fucking
dog?
reaction.
Bro, he's got that dog in a giant wok full of oil. That's so messed up, bro.
Wow. I mean, hey, whatever, I guess. And the funny thing is, it's like, do you remember the whole whaling craze? I still kind of want to try whale.
Oh no, I would, dude. Okay, so the whale. Oh, here. Okay, this is a perfect topic now. You know, what things would you try? What things wouldn't you try?
Oh yeah, that's pretty good. All right, let's start with Frank. Frank's not talking that much.
Yeah, Frank.
What?
What are some animals that you would refuse to eat, if any?
That's
And
tough.
humans don't count as animals.
I honestly,
um,
I mean, I kind of want to try human.
Okay, but I was asking Frank.
But let me state my case here. If you think about the amount of food that we eat, it's rich in meat.
Does this include the insect world too, or just animals?
Yeah, anything
Yeah.
in general, I guess.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: animals. That includes insects.
I
Like the
guess
actual-
I guess I wouldn't eat a live slug or something.
So
or
you
like a live snail.
wouldn't eat escargot?
Well, he
I
said live.
I said a live one. Escargot's dead.
Okay, let's let's narrow it down a little bit more, and we'll just assume that whatever it is that you pick would be cooked.
Yeah, I don't think I have any limits. I'll try anything.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of liver, but I don't think that's what we're talking about. So
Yeah.
No, we're
that's
talking about
an
the
organ of
whole
an
being.
animal, not necessarily an animal. Yeah.
Not even
Yeah,
a dog or
yeah.
cat, huh? You would eat a dog and cat.
yeah, I'll try it out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Honestly, I would too.
Now we've
would
made
prefer
enemies
no-
with BLM tonight. We've made enemies with PETA. Great job, guys.
I would prefer knowing that the animal was raised just to be, killed for the purpose of eating. But if some
But
sick ass
don't
person
you
is just
think-
like, hey, my dog died because it had leukemia. Want to try it out? I'll be like, yeah, sure.
Don't you think it would be more delicious if they lived a fulfilling life?
Kind of.
As a pet,
If-
less stress, less cortisol in the meat. It's like, ooh, this is delish.
Well, here's the thing. This is kind of where my stance on it is. If you raise it and you just kind of like let it do its thing, because like for instance, the
Grass-fed dog.
Yeah, grass fed, free range, all that kind of stuff. I'm totally chill with that. obviously compared to like mass, farming where everybody's all cramped together and they're getting diseases and freaking growing tumors and stuff.
Right, right.
I would much rather have an animal that lived a freer life. But I would have a problem with like going back to saying that I would try out dog or cat or whatever. It obviously a free life and stuff is good, but especially in China, they have issues with people going around and stealing people's pets from like their front yards and stuff and cooking it up. That I would.
It's not stealing; it's borrowing.
Yeah, borrowing.
Well,
I'll return it back in the
would
form of feces.
are they doing that because they're just living in just sheer poverty?
That's what a lot of the conversation is about. But also Chinese people in China are just messed up in general.
They just want to eat everything.
Yeah. So if I knew it was someone's pet or whatever, like I'd not be down with that. Also, for instance, going back to the video that I showed you of the dog being cooked alive in a freaking vat of oil.
Oh,
I also wouldn't be down with that.
That's not cool. At least put out of his misery.
Yeah, do it humanely.
And you would figure that would make his job easier.
Right? Seriously.
Right?
In a way, he's probably enjoying it,
At the very
Sadistic
least, yeah.
fuck.
And that's the whole thing, So I'm down to eat anything, but if you're being like a messed up human being about it, and I'm not even trying to pretend to be a PETA person. Like, I don't give two shits, but don't do it that way, So I'm down to eat pretty much anything. Kind of going back to when Frank was like, does liver count? On that topic, there are certain things that I won't eat. Like, I'm not down to eat sperm. That's just pretty gay to me. I don't care if it's from a fish or a horse. That's just gay. But as
dude, I remember seeing a video on sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
I remember seeing a video on 4chan where this guy jacks off on a frying pan and pretty much cooks his cum into where it's a crisp. It looks like crispy cheese.
Oh,
and
does he eat
I
it?
may have stumbled across that one time.
And he eats it. He eats his crispy cum.
Oh man.
Yeah. There's no aftermath.
That pronoun with that word just sounds hilarious to me. Crispy cum.
I'm really thinking that too.
Hey, what's this? What's going on in Krispy Kreme? Crispy cum.
Oh man.
I gotta find it. I don't know if it's on this phone or on my old phone.
Of course, you would fucking save that video.
So yeah.
Oh yeah, I got a lot of fucked up shit on my phone.
Of course.
I think we both do. We all do, actually, the three of us.
Yeah, exactly.
Mine involves more people getting hit by cars.
Yeah. So let's try to wrap this one up. So Frank is down to eat anything at least once. I'm also the same way. Where do you stand? Do you have any limits?
To me? What are my limits?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'd try everything, I guess.
Yeah?
Not rat. I guess rat's my limit. I would not eat a rat.
Really? What if it was like apocalypse and that was the only thing running around?
Oh no, it's the happy die. I just want to die.
Really?
I'll find the nearest pole that's bent off from all the rubble and just put my throat right on it and then straight down.
Now, why is that? Why won't you eat rat?
Just the fact that I know, based on biology, they just ooze with estrogen and progesterone. They're just, I don't know. It's just diseases. The diseases, man.
Right. Now, does the fact that when you cook it, all of that gets killed off not change that for you?
Not even that. It's the fucking tail. I don't know. The tail just it pisses me off.
I know you don't like tail. Yeah.
There's the honesty.
In
all fairness, I understand them. I think chicken feet look gross.
Oh, for sure.
I've had chicken feet, and they're kind of tasty, but they're a big pain in the ass to eat, and not really worth all the work.
Exactly. I also hate chicken feet because it's stupid.
Too much work for what you get, and all you get is just this little cartilagey, fatty.
I'm at the. Have you ever had a 10-piece chicken nugget from McDonald's, and you have that one piece that's just cartilage?
Yeah, those are my favorite.
Bro, okay, so
what the fuck is wrong with you, man?
Here's a quick story. So the McRib, okay, everybody loves the McRib.
I don't.
Sure. Yeah.
When I was younger, okay, I was like, ooh, I really gotta get myself a McRib. I want to see what
The
all the hype
hype
is
is
about.
about. Okay.
So I started eating it, and I'm like, hey, that's a pretty good flavor for what it is, considering that it's McDonald's. And then all of a sudden, I bit into a bone like the size of like a tooth, and I'm like, holy crap! And then it hit me. I don't know why it didn't hit me before. I was pretty young. I was like maybe 6th grade, 5th grade, something like that. And then, so yeah, after I bit into the bone, I'm like, holy hell, that's a big chunk of bone. And then it hit me. I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't actually a rib. They shape it into a rib or mini ribs. And and then that made me think like, bro, what are they doing to the meat? And this was before knowing all the stuff that I know now,
Now that they're putting out the whole now with real meat, you're like, what the fuck was I eating before?
Bro, I love and hate that marketing so much.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's hilarious, but seriously, when you're like now using real cheese or now using real meat, I'm like, nigga, what? what is this? Like, and this is the thing too that I always think of when I see one of those things. I'm like, they always portray it as like they are the heroes of society because they're now using real meat. Like we should be praising them. But I'm like, nah, you don't get any kind of kudos or respect for doing something that you should have been doing from the very beginning. It's like, yeah, you better be using real meat, stupid.
Yeah. Anyway, like the whole cartilage thing, like I don't eat at McDonald's often for reasons. I just very picky with food. I try to steer away from fast food.
Yeah, of course.
But like, every once in a while I'll see the 10-piece and be like, oh, that's cheap and like it's decent. But like when I get that one cartilage piece, I throw the whole thing out.
Yep. No,
I'm that dude. I'm that dude.
That's my favorite piece in a McChicken.
The fuck is wrong with you? God damn it, Frank!
A little crunchy bit. Oh man!
I just saw the video. God damn it!
I'm not even. I already know.
Yeah.
Nah, watch it and listen to it too.
Crispy cum. God, dude. Fucking 4chan. Hey, whatever. I guess back to the food thing.
Yeah, food thing.
The one thing. Oh, okay. So I said red. Yeah, cartilage. I can't stand that shit.
Yeah, and I also really don't like cartilage.
I did want to add this one part though. She said, Frank, have you ever? You said you had a bunch of Filipino friends, right?
Yeah.
Have they ever offered you a balut?
It has, and I think I chickened out that time. I haven't been offered since then, and I probably would have the balls now too. I think it was offered to me when I was like, I don't know, 13, 14. Yeah, no, I'd try it now. But no, to answer your question, no, I have not tried
it. Yeah. I just saw the video that Matt posted. Did he crap himself?
I mean, they beat the shit out of him.
It's a liquid snake that just came out.
And it came out so clean. No resistance.
Did he just turn?
He didn't have to wipe or nothing.
He just turned into a Saiyan like less than a minute. Anyways, yeah, so the balut thing. So yeah, that was like a staple in my childhood. I didn't realize what the fuck I was eating. I always thought it was like a weird boiled egg. But I had one that was
there it is, a weird boiled egg with a surprise inside.
Yeah, no, but the majority of the time the way they serve it is to the point where it doesn't form into, an actual physical organism. It's just kind of liquid mixed with the embryo juice and all that stuff and the boiled yolk part, which was delicious until I got one that was a bit too mature, and I was like, I bit into it and it was just crunchy, and I realized I was biting a beak.
Yeah.
And I was just like, is this what I've been eating this entire time?
Yeah, it's a little bit funky, especially like cartilage for me too is definitely something I'm not a huge fan of. I will eat it sometimes on purpose because studies have shown that people who refuse to eat cartilage end up having issues with their own cartilage and like their joints and stuff. So I'll eat it sometimes.
Unless you take fiber one. Sponsored by Fiber.
Wait, Fiber One. Fiber One helps with that?
Nah,
I thought that was just fiber, you idiot.
I think there's some like I forgot what vitamin it is, but I'm just making shit up. Whatever. Go ahead.
It's collagen, I think, is what you.
Collagen,
Yeah,
yeah.
collagen. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But yeah, in general though, I absolutely hate biting into cartilage. That's why like anytime, for instance, tonight I made Japanese curry and I didn't do the cutlet. I just put the meat inside of
That's a no.
the curry itself. And no, they have that. But anyways, but what I'll do is I always make sure I carve all of that stuff off. You know, obviously no bone bits, no cartilage, and also the tendon or the connective tissue. Wherever I feel something hard, I take that off. And it's not so much because it's gross; it's more so just because it's obnoxious to me. It's like if somebody gives you a nice, warm, fresh out of the oven chocolate chip cookie, and you're biting into it, and then all of a sudden you bite into a freaking giant nut. That to me is just I hate that. It's annoying to me. It gets in the way of the texture. So again, it's not so much that it's grossing to me. It's just it's weird. I don't know how to explain it other than that.
All right. Well, I think we've come to the end, fellas. What do you think?
Yeah, that was this was definitely just kind of a crap hits the fan kind of podcast. But also, if any of you listening were wondering why sound quality is probably a little off, none of us are in the same room. It's not because of COVID. It's just out of laziness and last minute stuff. So apologies in advance, or I guess not advance because I'm saying this at the end of the podcast. But
you bonehead.
thanks for bearing with it.
You're fired.
Well, the sound quality isn't too bad. Honestly.
Well, we'll see when
You're not too bad in bed.
Oh, I would say he's just what the fuck. Anyways, it was just the internet part on his end, but you know, your dad's downloading something, so I don't know what's going on.
Frank, it was a pleasure to have you on with us again.
Yeah.
I hope you continue to get better, even though I'm already better than you are. So hurry up. And
You're not better than I am.
You ain't better.
I'm
than me.
already working. But yeah, no, everybody, thanks for joining. And Jan, any last words?
Nope, nothing here.
Frank, any last words?
Kuna Matata and hi.
yeah, he's very high right now.
No, but for real, everyone. Yeah, no, they're right. I'm pretty far. It was
Well, with that being said,
All right.
this is the Dead Lemons podcast signing out.
Have a good night.